Stoicism is a philosophy. It teaches us how to live a good life. It focuses on what we can truly control. We control our thoughts, our judgments, and our actions. We do not control external events that happen around us. Virtue is the most important thing in Stoicism. Reason guides our choices and our behavior. We aim for inner peace, wisdom, and resilience. This ancient philosophy helps us face life's inevitable challenges calmly. It is a practical guide for navigating daily living with strength. Stoicism began in ancient Greece. It started around the early 3rd century BC. A man named Zeno of Citium founded this influential school of thought. He originally came from Cyprus but taught in Athens. He delivered his lectures at a public place known as the Stoa Poikile. This name translates to painted porch or painted colonnade. It is from this location, the Stoa, that the philosophy got its name. People would gather there to listen and learn. Zeno's teachings covered logic, physics, and most importantly, ethics for living well. Stoicism later found fertile ground and became very popular in Rome. Many famous and influential Romans adopted its core principles. Seneca the Younger was a renowned playwright, a statesman, and an advisor to Emperor Nero. He wrote many insightful letters and essays on Stoic ideas. Epictetus was born a slave, but later gained his freedom. He became a highly respected Stoic teacher. His or handbook remains a key concise text on Stoic practice. Marcus Aurelius, one of Rome's greatest emperors, wrote his personal journal, Meditations, as a guide for his own Stoic development. These figures demonstrate Stoicism's broad appeal across different social strata and life experiences. Stoicism has lasted for thousands of years through many changes in the world. Why did it endure for such a long time? It is primarily because Stoicism is intensely practical. It offers real, actionable tools for dealing with real-life problems. It does not promise an easy, trouble-free existence. Instead, it promises a robust way to navigate life's inherent difficulties and uncertainties. It teaches the development of resilience and unshakable inner strength. The central focus is always on our internal state, our character, not on external fortune or misfortune. This timeless quality makes it universally applicable to human struggles. It helps people find calm in the midst of chaos. A core Stoic idea, perhaps the most fundamental, is the dichotomy of control. This principle clearly distinguishes between things that are up to us and things that are not. Our thoughts, our judgments, our desires, our aversions, and our actions are up to us. We have agency over these internal processes. We can choose how we respond to any given situation. Conversely, external events are not up to us. We cannot directly control the weather, other people's opinions or actions, our health in its entirety, or our reputation. Understanding this critical difference reduces frustration and wasted energy. It helps us focus our efforts where they can actually make a difference. Stoics firmly believe that virtue is the only true good. External things like wealth, possessions, health, status, or reputation are considered indifferent. They are not inherently good or bad in themselves. Their value depends on how we use them. The 4 cardinal Stoic virtues are wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Wisdom involves understanding what is truly good, bad, and indifferent. Justice means treating others fairly and with kindness. Courage is facing difficulty, pain, or danger with moral strength. Temperance, or moderation, is about maintaining balance and self-control in all things. Living virtuously is the direct path to a flourishing and well-lived life. Stoics also aim to live in accordance with nature. This means living rationally and accepting the reality of the world as it is. The Stoics believed the universe is governed by reason, an organizing principle they called logos. As human beings, we are part of this larger natural order. Our own specific nature is to be rational and social creatures. Therefore, we should use our capacity for reason to understand the world around us. We should also strive to act in harmony with others and contribute to the common good. This involves accepting events as they unfold, understanding their place in the grand scheme, and responding with considered judgment. Is another powerful and profound Stoic concept. It translates from Latin as love your fate. This does not imply being passive or fatalistic in a negative sense. Rather, it means accepting everything that happens in life without reservation. This includes even the difficult, painful, or unexpected things. We should strive to see these events as necessary or even as opportunities. Embrace your circumstances, whether they seem good or bad at first glance. Do not just endure them. Try to welcome them. This transformative attitude turns obstacles into fuel for personal growth and character development. It fosters a deep, unwavering acceptance of life in its entirety. One highly effective practical Stoic exercise is known as negative visualization. This is also called, or the premeditation of evils. It involves regularly taking time to think about things that could potentially go wrong in your life. You might calmly imagine losing your job, facing a health issue, or the loss of a valued possession. The purpose of this is not to cultivate anxiety or pessimism. Instead, it is to prepare you emotionally for adversity. It also serves to make you deeply appreciate what you currently have right now. When you reflect on potential loss, the value of the present moment becomes much clearer. This practice builds both gratitude and resilience. Many prominent Stoics, both ancient and modern, have practiced journaling or self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is perhaps the most famous historical example of this habit. Journaling provides a dedicated space to reflect on your day. You can examine your actions, your thoughts, and your emotional responses. Did you act in accordance with your chosen principles and values? Where did you perhaps fall short of your ideals? What lessons can you learn? And what can you aim to do better tomorrow? This daily review helps individuals stay on track with their Stoic practice. It promotes valuable self-awareness and facilitates continuous personal improvement. It's like having an honest conversation with oneself about living a better life. Stoics also consistently recommended the practice of voluntary discomfort. This means intentionally and temporarily choosing small, manageable hardships. For example, you could decide to take a cold shower instead of a warm one. You could opt for a very simple, plain meal instead of something more indulgent. You might try sleeping on the floor for a night or going without a minor luxury for a day. The primary purpose of these exercises is to build mental toughness and fortitude. It demonstrates to yourself that you can endure more than you might think. It also significantly enhances your appreciation for comforts when you return to them. This proactive practice systematically reduces your fear of hardship and deprivation. Another helpful Stoic mental exercise is often called the view from above or the Platonic cosmopolis. This involves imagining yourself rising high above the Earth's surface. Visualize looking down on your immediate surroundings, then your city, your country, and eventually the entire planet. See all the myriad people going about their busy lives with all their concerns and activities. From this elevated and detached perspective, your own personal problems often seem smaller and less overwhelming. They may appear less significant in the grand, vast scope of human existence and cosmic time. This exercise can provide profound perspective. It can effectively reduce anxiety about personal worries and connect you to a larger shared human experience. Practicing Stoicism consistently brings a multitude of enduring benefits into one's life. A key and highly valued benefit is significantly increased resilience. Life will invariably present challenges, difficulties, and setbacks. Stoicism teaches us not to be emotionally overwhelmed or mentally defeated by them. We learn to focus our energy and attention on our response, which is within our control. We cannot always dictate what happens to us externally. However, we can always choose how we react internally and behaviorally. This crucial ability to bounce back from adversity, to learn and grow from it, is vital. It makes us stronger, more adaptable, and considerably less fragile in the face of life's storms. Stoicism also directly leads to greater inner peace and mental tranquility. The ancient Greeks had a specific term for this state, which means freedom from disturbance or untroubledness. By consciously accepting what we cannot control, we systematically reduce sources of anxiety and frustration. By focusing our efforts on cultivating virtue, we find a stable and internal source of self-worth and satisfaction. We become less disturbed by unpredictable external events or by the often fickle opinions of other people. This profound calmness comes from within. It is not dependent on having a perfect external life. It is about cultivating a well-ordered mind and a strong inner citadel. The timeless principles of Stoicism can also tangibly improve our relationships with others. The cardinal virtue of justice, for example, explicitly teaches us to be fair, kind, and considerate in our dealings. Understanding and applying the dichotomy of control helps us to accept other people as they are, recognizing that we cannot control their actions, only our own responses to them. Practicing empathy, which can be seen as a component of wisdom, helps us to better understand their perspectives and motivations. Furthermore, diligently managing our own anger, impatience, and other negative emotions leads to more constructive and harmonious interactions. This fosters healthier, more meaningful connections with the people in our lives. Ultimately, Stoicism offers a clear and compelling path to a more purposeful and meaningful life. It provides a robust moral compass to guide our choices and actions. Living virtuously and striving to be wise, just, courageous, and temperate gives inherent meaning to our daily efforts. This dedicated pursuit itself is deeply fulfilling regardless of external outcomes. The Stoic path is not primarily about achieving conventional markers of success like fame or fortune. Instead, it is about the ongoing process of becoming the best version of ourselves that we can be. This ancient wisdom remains profoundly relevant today. It continues to guide us toward a life characterized by meaning, resilience, and profound inner contentment.